Macduff. Some of the Thane of Scotland began to be suspicious of Macbeth after Banquo was murdered. They began to think that Macbeth had been involved in the death of his friend. "I don't think Malcolm and Donald being paid the chief soldiers to kill Duncan," one of them said. "They wouldn't have killed their father, because they loved him too much." "Why do you think they ran away then?" asked another Thane. "I think they ran away because they were frightened," the first Thane said. "Perhaps they were frightened that someone would kill them as well." "What about the soldiers?" asked another Thane. "Do you really think it was them who killed the king?" Macduff spoke next. "I'll tell you what I think," he said. "I think the man who murdered Duncan wanted to become king himself." He said, "I think Macbeth did it." "And Banquo?" asked another Thane. "Who killed Banquo, I wonder?" "Banquo and Macbeth were good friends, weren't they?" "I don't know about that," Macduff said, "but I don't feel safe here in Scotland. I'm going to England to ask the English king for help. Something is very wrong in Scotland. We live in bad times." Macduff was in England at Macbeth knew that the Thanes were turning against him. One by one his friends abandoned him, and he felt lonely and afraid. "I will kill all my enemies," he decided. He thought about Macduff. "I don't trust him," he said to himself. The spirit said that Macduff was dangerous. Macduff's family will be the first to die. Macbeth sent some of his men to Macduff Castle. Macduff was now in England, but Macbeth's men found Lady Macduff and her children in the castle. "Where is your husband?" one of the men asked Lady Macduff. "He is not here," Lady Macduff said. "He's gone, and you will never find him." "Macduff is a traitor," the man cried. "You're a liar," said the little boy. "My father is not a traitor." The man took out his sword and killed Lady Macduff and her son. Macduff was in England at the court of the English king. Here he met Duncan's son, Malcolm. Malcolm wanted the English king to send an army into Scotland against Macbeth, and he told Macduff about the plan. "Will you fight with us?" he asked. "We need a man like you with the army." "I don't know," Macduff said. He trusted that Macbeth is a bad man and a bad king, but to take an army into Scotland would be wrong. Give me time to think what I should do. As they were talking, Ross joined them. He had just arrived from Scotland. Malcolm was pleased to see his friend. "What's the news from Scotland?" he asked. "All the news bad," replied Ross. "There is a talk of a rebellion against Macbeth. Scotland is in danger. We need you back in Scotland, Macduff." "And my family?" asked Macduff. "Is my family all right?" "This is the worst news of all," Ross told him. "Macbeth's men went to your castle and they killed your wife." "What about my children?" asked Macduff. "Are my children safe?" Ross looked very serious. "They killed everybody," he said. "Your wife, your children, even the servants in the castle." "My children," cried Macduff. "My little children dead. Now will you join us?" asked Malcolm. "We're going to take an army into Scotland. See what we command the soldiers. We'll attack Macbeth. Think of the people he has killed. My father Duncan, Banquo, and your family. Let's defeat him." "All right," said Macduff. "I'll come with you, but I want to be the one who kills Macbeth. I want revenge for what he did to my wife and children."